Hey guys, this video is going to be a quick heads up. You really need to start paying attention to the price of oil. Oil prices went up 2% yesterday after the attack that happened in Gaza. You know, there's a breakdown in international relations because of that. Now, Saudi Arabia is taking the side, they're being forced to take the side of the Palestinians in the matter now. And you know, Saudi Arabia produces 1/3 of the world's oil. Well, now Iran is calling for embargoes on shipments of energy, either natural gas and oil, to Iran. So you can expect these types of things to continue, right? And these shipments and these pipelines are also threatened because these terrorist organizations have been given the power to attack them, right? Iran has given all of these different organizations their kamikaze drones, and these drones have a 2,000-kilometer range. They've shown that they're able to hit moving targets out at sea. So now the ships that are transporting crude and natural gas, they have to be concerned now for their safety. Because if they're going around any of those nations, if they're going through the Bab al-Mandab Straits, the Suez Canal, they're going through the Straits of Hormuz, they've got to be concerned about getting attacked now. Okay, so you can expect the price of natural gas and oil to continue to go up, right? Because the Houthis in Yemen have already vowed support for the Palestinians, and that's one nation that nobody's really talking about. The Houthis do have a very serious missile and drone capabilities. They are able to launch attacks against the anything that goes through the Bab al-Mandab Straits and anything that goes through the Straits of Hormuz. They're also able to take those drones out on a boat and go out 2,000 kilometers from any oil rig, any natural gas rig, and launch attacks on platforms. Okay, so this is a very, very serious escalation, very serious threat, and not very many analysts are talking about the very serious potential for the oil rigs to get attacked, the boats to get attacked, the pipelines to get attacked, but that risk exists. Okay, it is a very real risk. All right, and it's not, the risk is not just out in the areas of the ocean surrounding the Arab world, right? It's also right here in the Americas. Iran does business with Venezuela, okay? And you can bet that they've already given Venezuela those Shahed drones, and Iran is operating those oil rigs. I don't know if you guys were aware of that, but Venezuela made a deal with Iran to fix their oil rigs and to operate their oil rigs, okay? They have a lot of economic agreements with Iran. And that's why one of the reasons why yesterday the Biden administration went down to Venezuela and said, hey, we'll lift these sanctions on your oil production if you agree to have elections next year. So, you know, guys, like I said, Europe does not want to buy natural gas from Russia anymore. They want to buy natural gas from an ally, and Israel is their ally. Well, if Israel sells the natural gas to Europe, then they're going to have to give a cut to the Palestinian Authority, because the Palestinian Authority has that bank line too. They have the coastline, which includes the Mary B fields, and they don't. Israel can't afford to give money to Hamas, right? Why? Because the whole premise of Hamas's existence is to take back the whole territory of Israel. So literally, if Israel was giving money to Hamas from these gas fields, they would be funding their own destruction. And that's suicide, right? So Israel's not going to let it happen. We're not going to let it happen. Why? Because we don't, when I say we, I mean our governments. Our government does not want to give an Iranian proxy any money. Our government does not want to buy natural gas from Iran. They'll be damned if that happens. So you can bet on the fact that our government will support this, will support the Israelis in this conflict, either covertly or overtly. Our governments will support Israel. Okay, you can count on that. So, anyways, you know, and this is also one of the reasons why a lot of concessions have been made recently. Like with what I said in regarding Venezuela, and also with the workers, the Chevron workers that were going on strike in Australia. Well, their concessions were given, and the strike is not going to happen anymore. So, you know, we're starting to see now where the priorities truly are, right? Because these governments, if these governments are going to go to war, then they need to be able to fuel their war machine, okay? So they need the fuel to fight the war, okay? So you can bet that they will do whatever they can. And when I say they, I'm not just talking about our nation. I'm talking about all of the nations that are getting ready for war. They will do what they can to secure the energy that they need to fight these wars, okay? So you're going to start seeing contracts be broken from one nation to another, from one company to another. New contracts are going to be made. There's going to be court cases, court battles all over the place over broken contracts, all that kind of stuff. And you just keep your eye out on it, because when these governments take priority over the citizenry, right, the price on our end, the price of the energy on our end is going to go up, because the demand on our end is going to go up, but the supply is going to go down, because these governments are going to be stockpiling. They're going to be stockpiling, and they're going to be fighting over the sources. So you can expect to see these gas fields and oil fields contested. They're going to be contested, right? And definitely keep an eye on Turkey, because, you know, the Bible's very clear that a peace agreement's going to be made, right? It's going to be broken. And right now what we're seeing is Erdogan is rising up as a peacemaker. He's what he's attempting to do is he's attempting to de-escalate the situation. He's attempting to make prisoner swaps. He's bringing Iran to the negotiation table. He's already been talking with Risi. He's trying to negotiate with Israel. He's trying to negotiate with Hamas. And so what we're seeing is Erdogan basically rising up as potentially the peacemaker that prophecy talks about, okay? And Turkey really is in a position militarily to have a huge impact on what happens here, right? So, you know, and not just that, Erdogan has also made it very clear he wants to reestablish the Ottoman Empire. So if the you know, if Turkey is able to expand their territory along the Mediterranean coast, then man, they're going to benefit quite a bit. If they're able to take those Syrian towns along the coast, then they will be extending their maritime boundaries down to those gas fields, and any gas that gets shipped around their maritime boundaries, well, they'll get a cut of that sale, right? They'll benefit from that. They'll be able to tax the LNG that goes through their maritime boundaries. So watch out for that too. Watch out for things to happen on Cyprus, and watch out for things to happen in Syria to Turkey's favor, right? And then if that happens, there could be a conflict between Greece and Turkey. So that could pop off too. So there's a lot to watch out for, guys, but I know I was all over the place in this video. There is a lot to keep our eyes on, and you know, but like right away, right now, what we need to keep our eye on is the price of fuel, because you know that if the price of oil and gas goes up, then the price of everything else goes up. So if you're not prepared for that, now's the time to get prepared. I'm not selling anything to you. I'm just trying to tell you, man, get ready. Get ready, because the price of oil and gas has a potential to skyrocket very soon. Very soon. It's at risk. All these gas transportation lines are at risk, that's just the way it is. I laid it all out. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for listening. You liked the video, give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, share the videos. You know, I could really use the help sharing the videos. I'm a real small channel, and the way that we get bigger is if you guys share the videos. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. As always, don't forget, help out your neighbors. Bye.